Hello. Welcome back to the basement. Oh, it's been a bit of a crazy time. But anyway, I'm still here. Still here. So, I have a couple things. Look, here. That used to be the answer to the world's problems. The compact fluorescent light bulb. Now, not so much. Not so much indeed. And here's something that I will set aside and put in the trunk of my old motorcycle at some point. And these are lock washers. Lock washers. Beautiful. Big. For bolt size 1/2. Anyway, things happen when you're out on the road. Things can shake loose. And it's a good thing to try and prevent that. But if you can't prevent it, then have some spares handy. This will go to be recycled somewhere, somehow. I have to figure out how that works. Here's a disc box. Yep, another disc box. 5 1/4 inch seats, karate something, an empty. Oh, here's the thing. Oh, it seems to have. It looks like they are games that I would have got from somebody. Ghostbusters, Wheel of Fortune, California Games, Alice in Wonderland, Turtle Graphics, Face Maker, Joy, Stick, Monopoly, Floyd the Droid, Paperboy, Tetris, Games 39 and 40, Paperboy. Anyway, these, I don't know where they came from, but they will, of course, like all good discs, need to be assessed. They will. So, I think I have here. Nope, that's the box of Commodore things that are destined to go to the pet room to be assessed. Now, here's a great thing. It's a pipe wrench. You never know when you're going to have a pipe that comes loose. Mind you, there's another thing about this pipe wrench. You got to be really careful with these. It's fake. It's a Halloween thing. I don't know who in the world of costumes and things would have been the one who. Anyway, but it's foam. It's dandy. Pipe wrench. Contents 1 piece. Recommended for ages 8 and up. It's a Halloween thing. Ah! Beautiful. Now, here is the main thing that we're here for today. This was not something from the basement. I don't often do this. I really don't. Oh yes, I should cut away from myself. I really should. Let's see if this will open. Anyway, I saw online. Sometimes I see things I try not to see, but things happen. Very carefully packed in beautiful bubble wrap. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, I saw this online, said, ooh. Oh, and it's got a book. Anyway, it is, of course, a Commodore calculator. A scientific Commodore calculator. It even feels like it has a battery in it. Does it turn on? Oh, it does turn on. Now, the cool thing about this is, I don't believe I've ever had one of these. It has all kinds of functions that I will never use and I will never need. It has the little red numbers. It does. And it's quite something. It is a model. Oh dear. It's me, it's my glasses. The writing on the back is over. AC adapter, 640, 7777. Anyway, battery type 9 volts. It is a model SR4120D. And here we have a manual for just such a model. Attempted repair by unauthorized persons, yes, voids the warranty, the sacred Commodore warranty, made in England. And indeed, it has a battery. It works. These things could work off an AC adapter. They could, which means you didn't need a battery. So anyway, I've often seen these going for vast, extraordinary funds, but this one was reasonable. So I said, maybe I should look into that. Now, which box is which? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I will put this in this box to go upstairs to the pet room. Now, there's another thing here. This too can go over here. It's all going to go upstairs. I got to be careful with the knife. And this. Now, also, I found a bag. Oh, yes, I found a bag. Oh, and I'm suspecting that I got this bag at some point, probably during one time or another when I was at the World of Commodore in held in Mississauga, which is of course close to Toronto. Because no, okay. So these magazines, I wonder when I got these. I wonder how I got these. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, they are TPUG magazines, mostly August, September, 85. Butterfield on C128 music. I don't see the date on this one. October 85. And even though it's kind of covered by the label, there's a picture, a drawing of Jim Butterfield and one of his cats. TPUG magazine. From when? January 1985. Now are these all gone to the same person? Oh no, this one. Oh, this one was for Doris Bradley of all people. May 1985 with the Okie Mate printer on the front. Who is this one delivered to? Oh, George Sherinian. He was a long-time member. Butterfield on memory maps. Ooh, looky. There's a picture of the Enterprise. Chess. It doesn't matter which month. It really doesn't. There are a lot of these. Here is certainly something from the World of Commodore, yet another TPUG magazine. Here is the circuit board on the front of it. TPUG magazine of a 1541 disk drive. And here are things that would be like to help things be handicapped accessible. Oh, here's the MSD2 dual drive, a great thing. Commodore should have bought this company out and sold them and made them their own. They should have. Here, these little robot dudes at some point, somebody made, and they had a VIC-20 as what controlled them and made them do their thing inside. Here is which I don't know what became of these people, but the fellow, he was on the board of directors and things. I don't know what else he did, to be perfectly honest. He seemed to be a rather contrary person at the time, but it's Gord Campbell and his family. What did they do? What came of them? I don't know. Here is the special torpet from the World of Commodore. This is around the time that the two things, TPUG and Commodore, split. That's another story. Here is another torpet celebrating Commodore's 25th anniversary. Oh, yes. Here is a real treat. And thankfully, it does not have any labeling on it. Here is the magazine. Oh, I gotta get this right. Don't get the shine all the time. This is Jim Butterfield and his cat on the front of the tour pad. There it is. The picture was taken by John Easton, a long-time member, a long-serving member, a great man. Oh, does this get any better over here? I don't know. Maybe it does. There. Maybe that's better. Maybe it's not. Anyway, famous shot. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. What is this? It's my airmail. I don't know what it is. Maybe I will review this stuff later. Let's look at more. Oh, okay, these. This is vintage. This is when the tour pet was basically on plain paper and stapled at the top corner. And this one has Jim Butterfield in the screen while some funny little hands work the controls. The tour pet. April 1981. I don't know that there's any pictures. It does not. Another tour pet. These actually may be photocopies of the real thing. They may. The tour pet. The tour pet bulletin of the Toronto Pet Users Group. Da-da-da. What else here? Oh, aha, yeah. Here is the actual tour pet that had Jim Butterfield in the machine with a funny thing doing hand things. So yeah, those were copies. What do we have here? Here's another tour pet. This is October 81. What is this? Uh-huh. Here it is. Chris Bennett was indeed very much responsible for a vast expansion of the club. They would advertise and do things, and it was run out of his garage for a very long time. It was. But then it moved to an office, and, on and on it went. Here is another edition. It's got Peter Smith on the cover. He was the one who did the C-Link and other things. And an interesting character. He died long ago. He was... Oh, looky. The CBM2 and PET 2. When was this? May 82. Wow, they came out that early. And this is one that has a disc drive. I should have hunted for more of those when people were tossing them away. Here's one fellow I never knew. Elmer Novak, president of BPI. He was the dealer of the month. What do we have here? Oh, David Hook, the TPUG librarian. Yes, I remember very well the magic of the meetings at Leaside High School, where David Hook would arrive carrying a 4040, maybe more, and they would be copying the discs at the front on the stage. It was memorable. And an impression. What do we have here? Yes. TPUG's founding fathers. Lyman Duggan, Jim Butterfield, cradling a baby pet. Now, who is this to? Okay, this also was George Trinian. Perhaps George Trinian gave me these. Here's another shot of Gord Campbell, and it is proclaiming him the convention chairman. Da-da-da. What do we have here? Oh, yes. Here is one that celebrated bulletin board things and other such things. And there, inside of a pet, a little picture of a little Steve Punter, who wrote WordPro and also did this great bulletin board program that had what was called the PunterNet, where bulletin boards could save people money by phoning in the middle of the night when long distance was cheap, but also if there was a bulletin board in Markham which couldn't call Mississauga, the messages would be bounced from one board to another. It was quite special. Here is Michael Bonifacio, who was the president for a very long time. He is no longer with us. An interesting man, to be sure. What else do we have here? Ah, is this the one? No. Yes, this is the one. So here we have a whole bunch of new products. And it is the Torpet and Jack Tramiel's on the front. And indeed, there is a mistake on the front of this. Proudly announcing the millionth, not the millionth, but the millionth VIC-20. There was kerfuffle over that. And here is a picture of a young lady. I have no idea who she was, or where this was taken, or anything, but anyway, I decided it was good to put on the front. Aha, here's another. I don't know, getting started in computer music making. I don't know where this was taken, or anything, but there it is. It's a young girl looking very happy to be working away at a keyboard that is attached to a Commodore 64. Aha, apparently this was an accident. Apparently. This, and if the picture looks dark, it's because it is dark. It's a picture of the office that became the office of the Toronto Bit Users Group, which was at 1912 A Avenue Road. And here are people working away in the office. Now, apparently this picture wasn't supposed to be on the cover, but somehow it ended up on the cover. And Chris Bennett is in the back corner. It's also very dark. His mother is behind him. Bruce Beach is sitting at a desk that looks like it has a couple of drives and maybe a Commodore 64. And Chris Bennett's sister is sitting there working with. Now, I don't. Oh, wait. And in the darkness, near where Chris Bennett is, my God, it's Doris Bradley. Heavens. Anyway, yes, the office was not really a place that a lot of people came. It was a place where things got done. And my mother, who is turning 90 in a few days, was instrumental in setting up systems to make sure that things were promptly brought in, as in orders and subscriptions and memberships and stuff were promptly brought in and promptly dealt with. Anyway, but somehow or another, I don't know what picture was supposed to be on the magazine, but it wasn't supposed to be that. But it was. It did. That also caused kerfuffle, which may have led to, at some point, the separation. Here. Okay, this is a picture from the TPUG conference. I don't remember where it was held. I remember we had a power failure in the midst of it. But might have been Seneca, might have been sure. I don't know. Anyway, there was lots of people there, and it was always a good time. And what do we have here? It seems somehow that the here, this is someone named Derek Campbell, and I guess his little sibling. Also, the children of Gord Campbell. I guess this is like the third one in which somehow the Campbells have been on the cover. I have no idea what became of them. As I said, an interesting character. Aha. And here, this is September 83. I don't know where this picture is from. How your computer can help in the classroom and at home. And here's a picture that seems to have a teacher with many small children, and he's looking over, probably trying to be of assistance. That is the gist of it. I don't know. There were all kinds of things in here too, I bet. Oh, I wrote something in here. Oh, ramblings on education. Oh, yes. Yes, that was an interesting thing. Talks cheap. CFL Players Association. Don't know why that's another. Okay, so we're here. What the heck? Let's look at this. I thought it might be Paul Blair. The Answer Desk, care of TPUG Magazine, 1912A. Sweet one. Da, da, da. Dear David, a few Commodore 8296s found their way into Australia, although they are something of an anachronism now. They are especially popular with certain groups. In particular, the academic world loves them for their ability to cope with UCSD, Pascal, Forth, and Lisp. Not all sales have been to the halls of academia, and a friend of mine here in Canberra now has one. He is quite at home with Commodore BASIC. He recently showed me the documentation provided with the 8296 because he is grappling with the problem of managing the banked memory layers. I would love to take time out to help him, but cannot, nor would that solve the wider problems. His own desire to work matters out for himself. Perhaps through your answer desk, I could make an appeal to your readers. I fancy that some of them will have mastered banking operations on the 8296 and can either point to some writings on the subject or assist with notes they have prepared themselves. If there are reasonable costs involved, that would be quite okay. Thanks for the note on the desk about the 801 printer chip. I spoke with Bill Bullock on Good Friday, and he is quite pleased with the way things are going. I am told there was a letter in Run, April issue, so I'm referring all my U.S. Canadian writers to Bill. I have been asked to fix the 1525 chip, never a popular item out here, and will send a copy to Bill if it works out. I have fixed a minor problem in the Commodore 64 assembler to permit operations with the DPS 1101 daisy wheel printer. In addition, I have put a pause control at the end of a normal page so that another sheet of cut paper can be loaded. I doubt if there would be much interest in such a program, but you might keep it in the back of your mind in case someone else wants to do pretty printouts of assembler files. The enclosed stamps are for the redoubtable Mrs. D. Bradley, my guardian angel and voice of sweet reason. Look after her. She epitomizes all the good things about TPUG. And this was from Paul Blair, and indeed he came from Australia. And I think he came up to one of the conferences, I believe. Anyway, I'm sure we helped with this. And how this ended up here, I'm not sure. But, I think I will take this, because this Saturday, the one, the only Doris Bradley turns 90. And perhaps I'll read, or perhaps give her that. Perhaps. Anyway, so, another calculator for the Commodore collection, and a whole bunch of magazines that I suppose what I will do is carefully put them back in this bag. And take them up where they can be preserved in the pet room. Maybe this looks better. There. Jim Butterfield and his cat. Lovely. Some of these, it's a shame to ever take things apart. I suppose some of these, they could almost be framed, or maybe larger versions framed. All right, so that too can go up. Oh dear, things are falling. Oh dear, I just dropped the letter that I don't want to lose. Oh, I got it. Okay, so is the microphone still working? It is. Lovely. I need to recharge things and carry on. So thanks for coming to the basement. Have a lovely day. I've added another light here because, well, I felt I was in the dark. You can probably see now 2 shadows. I'll work on better things down here. And I have no idea. This can just go. I'll put that in the recycling. I shall I will. I must. All right. Until we meet again, David Bradley from the basement, signing off. Bye for now. Oh, we're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.